All right, so let's talk through these. So two circles are equal. What that means, we also call them congruent. This means that the ratio of their parts is 1 to 1. They're exactly the same ratios. So if one circle has a radius of 2x plus 5, and the other one has a diameter of 6x, what do we know about these two figures? How can we relate them?
That 2 times 2x plus 5 is 6x.
Perfect. So we can either say that twice the radius is equivalent to the diameter. In that particular case, we could solve our equation. 4x plus 10 is equal to 6x. Subtract the 4x. 10 is equal to 2x. Divide by 2. We get x is equal to 5. So if it asks you what's the length of each diameter, well, the diameter is 6 times 5, so we get 30. Now we can confirm that with the radius measurement. 2 times 5 is 10, plus 5 is 15, which means if its radius is 15, the diameter will be 30. It confirms that that's the right answer. And now there's an additional way that we could have approached this. Instead of saying that the radius is twice the radius is equal to the diameter, we could have said the radius is equal to 1/2 of the diameter. So we could have solved it in that fashion, subtract the 2x. We'd still get 5 is equal to x, so we'd still plug it in the same way. Okay. Question number 2 is a circle with a diameter of 24 inches, equivalent to a circle, or congruent to a circle with a radius of 1 foot. And 24 inches is how many feet? 2. So would a diameter of 2 feet be equal to a circle with a radius of 1 foot? Yeah. So these would be congruent or equal circles. Okay, what if you had the centers of two distinct circles are the endpoints of each other's radius? Okay, so if you have, let's say, the radius of one circle, and you make that the radius of another circle, are these going to be congruent or equal circles? Again, yes, their radii is the same, therefore they are congruent or equal circles. Okay, and then the final examples here. If you have a radius of 3, that means if a diameter of 3, your radius is going to be half of that, so 3/2 is equal to 3/2. So these are in fact congruent, so yes. And then in this last example, is there anything that says specifically what the measures of these sides are? All you know is the sides are all the same, right? So these could each be 10. It's possible for these to be some other measure, as long as they're all the same. So these are similar to one another. As I mentioned before, all circles are similar to each other. However, these are not necessarily equal or congruent. Now, it's possible that they might be, but it's not a guarantee.